For today's video, I might look a little bit different. I might look a little different than I usually do, and that is because I am going to test out a bunch of really popular, I mean the word viral didn't really exist back then, but viral OG YouTube beauty guru products. Like we're talking Holy Grail, the girlies that I used to watch back in the day were everything to me. First and foremost, I'm a YouTube fan. I'm a YouTube viewer, and then I'm a YouTube creator. The whole reason I started a YouTube channel is because I was so inspired by a lot of the OG beauty gurus that I watched back in the day. These girls were everything to me, and now here we are 10 plus years later, and I want to test some more of these products out. About maybe 2 or so years ago, I did a video like this, and you guys seem to really enjoy it, so I thought I would do a part 2. It's really fun for me to do these. So I actually asked you guys on Instagram for your recommendations to, you know, go back in the memory vault and think of all of the products that were really popular back then, the things that were Holy Grail. And obviously not everything is still available now, but I tried to find something from like each category, foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, etc., that's just really nostalgic and that was very highly used and recommended back then. And we're gonna test it out, see if it holds up, you know, through the test of time, see if we were all just brainwashed 10 plus years ago or if the products were actually good, and then just like take a little walk down memory lane together, you know? So we have a lot to cover. We have clearly a lot of products on the face. We're gonna go step by step, do this tutorial, if you will. In the words of myself and all of my peers back in the day, let's go ahead and jump into everything. Okay, so before we get started with like the hair and makeup, we obviously have to wear something that's gonna take us back in time a little bit. I did this in the last video as well, and I just love this. It's so fun and nostalgic for me, and we had to start off with a Wild Fox baggy beach jumper. I never got to have one of these back in the day, so now I am collecting them as an adult. In the last video, I wore one that had wine glasses on it, and now this one has lips. So there we go. We're obviously gonna put this on because it just sets the scene. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, it's so comfortable. This one was new with tags. I got it on Poshmark, by the way. And like this material is so comfortable. Oh my god. It feels like 2013. I'm so happy. I'm obsessed. I love this. I am missglamorazzi. Okay, so now I want to get my hair out of my face, and I want to throw it back a little bit to the hairstyle that had me in an actual chokehold for so many years of my life, and that is the LC braid. If you know, you know. If you're a millennial, you were there. Lauren Conrad was the queen of braided bangs, and I wanted to be her so bad. This is muscle memory in full action here. I'm going to part this part of my hair, and we're just gonna, you know, go all the way back. That's why I've got this side part going today. Just want to make sure that I'm, you know, portraying the time correctly. So I would do a Dutch braid sometimes, but I'm just gonna do like a normal French braid. Oh my god, do I remember how to do this? No. The anxiety is coming back. I feel like maybe, actually I just had an idea. What if I like retried all those really popular Pinterest hairstyles from like 2015, like the amber filler up braids and stuff? Because I used to love doing those. That might be kind of funny to recreate. So there were different ways to do this, right? You could braid it all the way down and kind of do one of these, like pull it back like that, or some people would tuck it like under. That's what I would do. So I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna pin it like right here. I do have my bobby pins, don't you worry. And if it was pinned back here, I would have done the crisscross, but I'll just double up just to make sure that it's secure. Okay, you know, it's something. This is in fact how I used to do my hair, like every single day. My hair was obviously much longer, but it was pinned straight and the braids were everything to me. So now that we're ready, we're getting started with the makeup. All right, we're getting real up close and personal here. The first thing that I cannot believe I am uttering these words, I need a moment. But the first product that I'm gonna try out is the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua foundation. Now, if you were there, you remember. This foundation was so wildly out of my price range at the time that I could only dream of having my makeup done like all of my favorite beauty YouTubers, but I am quite literally holding it in my hands right now, which actually was a feat because I do think they discontinued this foundation. However, I found it online at Macy's, so like they may have a little bit left. You have no idea how long I've been wanting to do that. This feels like a rite of passage. This feels like I'm actually like officially a grown-up now. I don't know why. This is a defining moment for me. So it says on here that you can blend with your fingertips or a foundation brush. I'm gonna do a foundation brush because that's how I usually apply my foundation. I also fake tanned my body but not my face, so things are gonna look a little wacky for a bit, but okay. I can't believe this is happening. Here we go. Ooh, it smells nice. I have never worn any kind of Chanel body product ever in my life, or makeup product, like never. So this is truly incredible. Wow, oh, it's so pretty. Wait, why'd they discontinue this? It's kind of like, almost like a BB cream? CC cream? What are they calling them these days? Like it's got the foundation-esque factor to it, but it's kind of like a little more lightweight, like a tinted moisturizer or something. I do have to add more already. So you kind of need to use a lot, but I mean, look how pretty that is. I don't 100% know if this is the right shade, but we're rocking with it, you know? We are rolling with the punches. Oh my god, this is so gorgeous. The smell is like, I think really nice and refreshing, but you can smell it a lot. It is definitely scented. If this is still available, I will of course link it in the description box below in case anyone else wants to check it out. And of course I'll link all of these products down in the description box. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It only took me 15 years, but we got there in the end and it's so fun. I'm so excited. If you're watching this video out of context or you don't know that like I was truly obsessed with these women, then it might be like, why are you freaking out about a discontinued foundation? And to that I say, I idolized these women so very much. Like these were my celebrities. I didn't really care as much about like movie stars or people who were on TV besides Laguna Beach, obviously. I cared about YouTube beauty gurus. Like they were famous people to me. They were life aspiration goals, maybe a little too much at times. Like in early videos on my YouTube channel, when I first started creating content, I was quite literally just copying everything I was seeing, and my voice was about 10 octaves higher than what it is now.
Hey everyone, today I'm doing the I Heart Summer Tag.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was just a young girl in my 20s, in my early 20s, and I was just so influenced and so enamored by how like cool these girls seemed and how much they knew about makeup, and then I kind of like fell into it myself, and now here we are 15 years later doing this for a living, and I just feel like the most privileged, lucky person in the world. Like I just can't believe it. So anyways, I don't want to cry, so we're gonna move on to concealer. The concealer that I've decided to use, oh, I get to do the beauty guru hand. Look, can you see it? The concealer that I'm gonna use is actually one that I used back in the day and I still use now. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. This is the corrector one, and it's like the one that comes in the little sponge. You click it like that and you just kind of run it under your eyes for that sort of like brightening effect or color correcting or whatever you want to call it. I've actually been dealing with some dark circles recently for the first time like that I can remember, or I've just noticed them, I guess. So I actually really love this stuff for that. So I'm just gonna pat it in, and yeah, I mean, this stuff, when it came out, we were all obsessed. Like it was just so nice, and I don't even think I wore concealer back then, now that I think about it. I remember having a little pot of the MAC concealer and that just broke me out. It was like pure grease basically. It worked great, but yeah, I knew nothing about how to use products that were good for my skin, and instead of using concealer, I would just put on like 3 layers of foundation, and to me I was like, this is the look. My face is beat like to the gods, and it absolutely was not. It probably looked horrendous, but you know, I was doing my best. Okay, before I powder over everything, I'm actually gonna use an eye primer because that was really big back in the day. I haven't used an eye primer in like a decade probably, but I had to simply try this out for this video, and this is the MAC Paint Pot Does anyone please tell me you remember the paint pots? Basically like a eyeshadow primer base all in one. Like it can kind of neutralize your eye color. You know, the lid gets like a funky color sometimes. And so this one is in the shade Painterly. If you remember, there were a lot of shades that were popular, but this was the one that I saw most commonly. And again, just couldn't afford it, so I never had it. So I'm gonna rub my ring finger. It was actually Bible that you used your ring finger. Like it was not allowed, actually. You would go to jail if you used any other finger besides your ring finger back in the day. I'm kidding. But we were all so hell-bent on the ring finger because it was like the softest, supposedly, of all of your fingers, and your eye is, you know, a super delicate area. Here I am like tugging at my eye, whatever. I'm gonna hang on to these products and really try to use them as much as I can because I don't know, I get stuck in the same makeup routine sometimes. And oh my God, the sound of this. ASMR, oh my God. If I could, oh my God, I don't want to get emotional, but if I could show this video to myself at probably 22 years old, I would have wept. Like I would have been weeping. I would have been so excited. Me in my mid to late 30s, I'm equally excited, by the way. It's like such a full circle moment, and it just makes me so happy. And the fact that you guys have kind of rode along with me on this journey and supported me throughout my career, it just makes me so grateful and so happy. So seriously, thank you. I don't want to weep. I'm a Capricorn. I simply can't do that. Oh, I think I waited too long and it dried. This is not made for yappers, I suppose. So yeah, the fact that you guys have allowed me to like live my actual dream life because of your love and support on my content is not lost on me, and I just appreciate you so, so much. Okay, that being said, okay, now let's set everything with powder. For the powder, we're going with the Maybelline Fit Me. This was everything, and this is still everything to me. I rotate powders quite often. I actually really wanted to try the Rimmel, I forget what it's called, like a Rimmel setting powder, and I went to Walgreens, but they didn't have it. So I'm sticking with this one because it's tried and true. I've used it for well over a decade, and it just works, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna pat a little bit under the eyes, a little bit in our T-zone, a little bit everywhere, basically. That's the thing, is back in the day, at least at this point, our looks were matte. They were so matte, there wasn't a single fleck of reflection. Well, that's not true. There was a little bit, but I just feel like for the face makeup, it was just, everything was matte, everything was full coverage. We were just really, really, really thick in the foundation department and just extremely dull. That was my preferred look. I was like, ew, why would I want to look oily? I'm trying to cover up my oil. And now I'm like, I want to look like a freaking wet dolphin, you know what I mean? So here's where we're at with that. It's not looking too bad so far. Now, what do I do next? I don't remember what step I used to do next. Did I do all of my face makeup and then my eye makeup? Or did I start with the eye makeup and then do the face makeup? I can't remember. I think I'm gonna go eye makeup and then finish with face. Maybe? Who really cares? I'm still adhering, like there was an actual formula back then. There was like a step-by-step instructional thing. You know, all the tutorials were everything. I used to follow them to the T, like as much as I could, especially the sort of order and the technique. The products, I couldn't afford most of them. I was mostly a drugstore girly, but it was just so funny. We were all so obsessed with using the same products, the same brushes to get the same exact look. And beauty YouTube honestly changed the game. Like I feel like just the whole entire beauty industry changed when beauty YouTube came around. We were all doing like full beat makeup tutorials and like full smoky eyes and wearing them to our serving job. That's what I did. Yes, I did. But we were learning so much technique, and like the beauty YouTube gurus had so much influence, and it's just remarkable to see. Like I went from a blue eyeshadow girly wearing like Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse product that was orange to like being able to do an actual smoky eye and like having a little bit of technique and skill when it came to makeup. And I truly entirely attribute that to the girlies that I watched. My sort of Roman Empire, like my holy grail YouTubers that I watched all the time were missglamorazzi, fleurdeforce, Tanya Burr, of course, she was called Pixie Two Woo back in the day, Kandee Johnson, so many of the girlies who truly made me into the woman I am today. Like I was obsessed and I took every single thing they did as like fact. I was like, yes, I do need this palette. I do need this brush, and I stand by it. They were all correct. So anyways, okay, moving on to the eyeshadow. I went back and forth about which eyeshadow to use because back in the day, I used the Lorac Pro palette, which I think I got as a gift because it was like a $50 palette and there was no way I could afford that. And I also used the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells eyeshadow palette, which I still love. Like, I would use all of those colors, but for nostalgia's sake and because it was one of the most requested things, I had to get the Naked palette, didn't I? I did, of course. The Naked palette was an actual cultural reset. Like, it was such a big deal at the time. There were 3 of them that came out during my sort of big YouTube watching era, and they were all so popular and it was so funny because having it was just such a flex. And I never had one. I think actually maybe, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did have the Naked 3 palette. I think I ended up getting that like in probably 2014, 15, something like that. But I never had the original. They don't sell the original anymore, at least that I could find, but they do have the Naked Reloaded palette. This has like actual cushioning on it and like fabric. It's very, very fancy. Here are what the colors look like. So I think it's kind of like some of the popular ones from the past, maybe mixed with some new ones, or like they mixed everything from all of the palettes or whatever it may be. But I'm excited to try it. So we're gonna do, like, from what I can remember, like a actual makeup tutorial that I used to do back in the day. We're gonna copy my eye look. I also love doing stuff like this. Incredible. Okay, we're gonna go in with the shade, I'm gonna go with this shade Blur because it's like a nice nudie color. So you're gonna get a little bit on your brush, tap the excess, of course. If you don't tap the excess, you're going to hell. And then you just swipe it all over your lid like so. I just realized I have my false lashes on, so I'm not gonna be able to put on mascara, but I'll put mascara on the bottom, it's fine. Oh my God. Oh my God, I should have done a cut crease. I don't think I started doing that until like 2016 though, where you used to put a piece of tape right here so you'd get that sharp edge. Okay, next we're gonna do the smoky eye part. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Bucked. This is a nice taupey color. Oh God, taupe was everything. If I remember correctly, you go in the crease and you just windshield wiper motions. Oh my God, that just came from somewhere back in my brain. I think I might have taken too much. I'm scared. It's fine. So you're just gonna blend, blend, blend. And when you're tired of blending, you're gonna blend some more. Oh my God. No, this is ugly. Oh, sometimes you can do circular motions. I remember that. Okay, we're definitely gonna need to clean up around here, but that's okay. Okay, there's so much eyeshadow flying around. I don't know if you're able to see that. It's insane. That's crazy. Oh, we used to call that fallout. These things are truly coming back to me. Like every now and again, things will just pop up. It was just such a huge part of my life. I'm just covering my entire lid in this color. I don't think this is how it's supposed to look. Like, I really just blended all the way up to my freaking eyebrow. We're gonna trust the process. Blend, blend, blend. And when you're tired of blending, blend some more. I look like I got punched in the face. That's fine. Now I think I'm gonna do a little outer V. Do you remember that? The outer V was crucial. So of course you have to go with the darkest color for that. This is Endgame, and it's like a dark brown, dark chocolatey brown. So we're gonna take, I don't have the right brushes for this. I'm sorry, I haven't done this in forever. So you take it, and the outer V is this little V section on the outer part of your eye. Why does everything, it just all looks gray. Everything looks gray. And then you blend it again. This is an actual makeup look that I would wear to my job on like a Tuesday afternoon. I'd show up at my job at like a brewery and be like, hi, what would you like to drink? Crazy, crazy work. This eye feels darker than the other one. I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting more flashbacks. I'm adhering to the rules. You know what? It's fine. But there we have that. Wow. I feel like my eyes like this, I look like the Miley Cyrus meme. Now we have to do a lid color. That was also very important. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a bronze or if I want to do like a gold. I think I'm going to try to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to go with the gold. This one's called Barely Baked, and it's this kind of like shimmery gold color. So I'm just going to use my pointer finger. Sorry, don't come for me. And you just do it on the center of the lid right here. And you just kind of like tap it. I think it's supposed to like, I don't know, just kind of brighten the center of your eye. I'm pretty sure people used to do this with a brush, but this is what I'm doing. And yeah, maybe I will blend it out a little more, just so it's not like a harsh crease. Okay, that's not that bad. I kind of actually love that. And then we have to highlight, of course. And we're gonna use the lightest shade, I think, or maybe I'll use this Angel Fire. Yeah, I'm gonna use this Angel Fire. This is like a sort of like champagne-y shade next to the gold. So you just take your little brush and then you just do right below, where is it? Where is it? I'm not gonna tap the excess. Right below the brow line. It's not showing up. I'm using my finger. Ooh, it's very dry. Not creamy, as they used to say. Creamy eyeshadows, like, were everything. There's chunks on my finger right now. Okay. Oh, no, not going very well. I can see why the finger was a bad idea. Also, I have my eyebrows microbladed. The thing is, I didn't do my brows back in the day. I did not do my brows at all whatsoever. I just left them natural, and I would dye my hair brown and then leave my blonde eyebrows the way they were. Thank God they're microbladed now, but I just did like a little bit of brow gel through them. It's fine. I do regret using this color. I think I'm gonna abandon, oh yeah, much better. I'm gonna go with this color called Bear. It's the lightest one, B-A-R-E. Okay. Oh, what did they call that? Color payoff. It has really good color payoff. It definitely does. Okay, we'll do that on the inner corners. And then I guess I have to commit to the same color on the other side. It's just getting in my eyebrows and it looks ugly. I mean, whatever. Blend, blend, blend. All right, now I need to clean this up a little bit around my eye area because it looks bad. So I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and kind of like make the craziest face you've ever seen in your life, and then just sort of, like, I do think I used to just do my makeup like that and like let the fallout hang out on my face. Like, I don't think I actually care that much. Okay, a little bit of powder. Much better. Should I just finish the eyes? Yeah, we'll do that. I am going to use this gel eyeliner that I don't think I ever used. I was much more of like a liquid eyeliner. That's the word I was looking for. I used the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and then when I, you know, got a little bit older and I could afford it, I would use the Kat Von D one, or I think it's just called KVD now. And then also the Stila Stay All Day, which is the one I still use to this day. I don't really do a cat eye that much anymore, but sometimes I do. And when I do, I'm using the Stila, but I'm excited to try this. So I used to do a big old wing, maybe not in 2013, 14, but like 15, 16, I was going up. But we're not going there. I don't really want that much. So, oh yeah, this is called the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. This was everything. People were saying that this was like a dupe for the MAC, I think it was called Black Track eyeliner. All right, so I've never used this, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm just gonna hope for the best. So I'm gonna start here. Oh, it's actually pretty easy. I think things are going all right so far with this. I'm a little nervous, but oh god. Okay. I got a little bit on my lid, but it's fine. Okay. Remember how I said I wasn't gonna do a big wing and then I did? Whoopsies. It's like one of those things where you just keep going. And then it's like you balance out the other eye. And then you balance out the other eye. I need a Q-tip. That's what I need. We're gonna fix this. A little too much. We're gonna make a baby wing. BRB. Alright, just kidding. I can't do a smaller wing than this with this eyeliner because it's my first time using it. So here's what we're working with. I mean, it's fine. Honestly, I have always kind of done a big wing, so no worries. Now we're gonna move on to bronzer. We're gonna bring some color back into this face. And I have never used this or smelled it. This is my literal first time. And this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This was everything. Not the gold on the front of the packaging already fading, but look how gorgeous this is. I don't remember this kind of like gold packaging, but it's so pretty. And then when you open it up, supposedly it smells like chocolate. So let's see. Oh, it literally smells like cocoa powder. amazing. So, okay, this is a monumental moment for me because I never had this. Nothing is coming off. I'm so confused. There's like, nothing's coming off. Is it working? Oh. Oh, I do smell it. Oh. Okay, just kidding. Trust the process. Oh, I can taste it. Okay, maybe I put too much. Oopsies, my bad. The bronzer is crazy right now. I've got to calm it down. Hold on. I think I was just expecting a bunch of fallout, and then I thought that meant it wasn't, like, the product wasn't going on the brush, but I definitely think it was. Honestly, even if the bronzer is a little bit too much, that's what I used to do back in the day anyways. I had zero concept of contouring yet or any of that. Like, it was truly just kind of like a wash of color on the face. And actually, I feel like it matches my body a little bit more now, so it's fine, but it was just a shock at first. I kind of love that. Like, it very much bronzed me, that's for sure. It's magnetic as well. I'm just so excited that so many of these products are still available. There were a ton that people recommended that aren't available anymore, which is kind of sad because I would love to do like a full face of like nothing but those products. One of the things that I was gonna say I was the most excited to try, but I'm just excited about all of this. But next for blush, we're gonna do like a cult favorite, and this is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. If you were there, then you know. It's like this gorgeous, shimmery, goldy, peachy blush color. And also I posted, you know, the question box for you guys on Instagram to send me these recommendations, and not the 11th gorgeous submitting this. I was like, am I hallucinating? Because I was obsessed with them back in the day. So hello girlies, that was such a wonderful submission to receive, and how perfect for this video. So okay, I just put a little bit of it on my brush, and it's like really intense. So we're just gonna be careful here. We're not gonna go too much, but honestly, I do have blush blindness, and like, I love a lot of blush. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's partly the Southern girl in me, but I just love it. I think it's pretty. I think this is great. I do feel like on camera, everything's coming up a little more harsh than it is in person. Like in person, it looks pretty blended and normal, but on camera, it's like, so I don't know. Okay, new favorite blush unlocked, obsessed. We're really getting towards the end here, which is crazy because it looks so incomplete, but we have to add a little bit of highlight. Number one, because that's just what I love, but number two, because I never got to try this and I'm so excited to try. And this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I can't believe I'm trying this. Like, when you remember you have free will and you can go back to your old hobbies and buy those things as like an adult and enjoy. I don't know, it's just so exciting. This is in the color Soft and Gentle, of course, and I saw this in, yeah, almost every YouTube video, and it's this really pretty mineralized kind of highlighter. We weren't doing like it wasn't really, at least for me, until Champagne Pop that we did the like stripe, but this was like, people would put this, I think, all over or just like as a highlight, so I think I'm gonna do both. Why not? So I'm gonna swipe it. Ooh. It's kind of like a nudie champagne-y kind of color. I'm gonna do it over my usual spots where I highlight. Cheekbones, brow bones, nose, cupid's bow. I learned all of that on YouTube. And then I'm gonna take like a fluffy brush, this really big fluffy one, and just kind of like, and do a little wash over, like a, I don't know if that's what we used to do exactly, but it's just what I want to do. Let me do one thing. All that's left is lip product. And here's the thing about me. I didn't wear lipstick back then. I wore lip gloss and nothing else. Like no lip liner, not a single thing besides chapstick and lip product. So the one that I chose for this was the NYX Butter Gloss. I feel like a lot of people use this soft matte lip creams, and I did use those as well, but the Butter Gloss was just everything for me. And this is the color Eclair. This was like my go-to shade. I think I also had Creme Brulee, maybe something else, I can't remember, but I just was like, I have to get this again. I can't believe they still make them. And Butter Glosses were just such a moment. The one thing is, I would have really loved to do like a Revlon lip butter or a Maybelline Color Whisper. Y'all know. Y'all know, but they don't make those anymore, sadly. Those are discontinued. So I wasn't gonna buy like a 10-year-old one on the internet. So nix it is. I wouldn't change a single thing about this back then. I wouldn't like wipe off the foundation off my lips or anything like that. So we're just going in. It's pink. Yeah, this is what I used to love back then. I used to think, yeah, this looks really good. Okay, yeah, well, there we have it, I suppose. Oh my goodness. Oh, I will finish off with some mascara actually on my bottom lashes. Like I said, this was everything. I think because I got the blackest black shade, it's black on the top, but usually this is a green and pink situation. And this mascara I think has been around since like my mom was growing up. And this is the Maybelline Great Lash. It's just like, I don't know, a staple. I feel like everybody has used it. Everybody had it. Was it good or not? I don't remember. So we're gonna test it out on my bottom lashes and just see. It appears kind of like really dry for it being a brand new tube mascara. I don't usually put mascara on my bottom lashes anymore, but I feel like we all did. There used to be a bottom lash mascara, I think from Maybelline as well, but I didn't miss that feeling of everything going well and then all of a sudden getting all of your mascara all over your under eye. That doesn't look good, but that's okay. You know, this mascara is just okay. I'm gonna be honest. It's just okay. It's not great, especially like applying on the bottom lashes if I'm having to get multiple dips into the tube. Like, it's just not that good. But in high school, I didn't know any better. In high school, I didn't have CoverGirl Lash Blast or Maybelline Sky High Lashes or whatever they are. Like, this was kind of what we had, so we made it work. All right, let me clean up under my eyes and then we're pretty much done. And here we have the finished look. Here is what we're working with. I think all of these products were pretty decent. If we're going back and rating everything, foundation, 10 out of 10. Concealer, 10 out of 10. MAC Paint Pot, 10 out of 10. Fit Me Powder, 10 out of 10. Naked Palette, 5 out of 10. We're gonna be so honest. Not that great. Maybelline Tattoo Eyeliner, 6 out of 10. It's okay. Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, 8 out of 10. Milani Blush in Luminoso, 10 out of 10. MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, 10 out of 10. NYX Butter Gloss, I mean, the color is 3 out of 10. The formula, maybe 8 out of 10. And then the Maybelline Great Lash is getting like a 5. It's getting a 5er from me. So there we have it. I can't believe that I have a face full of my dream beauty guru products. So if you guys enjoyed this and want to see more kind of nostalgic videos, definitely let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also turn on my post notifications in case you want to be notified every time I post a new video. Making these videos is truly so much fun for me. It's like just as much for you guys as it is for me and younger me. So I hope you had half as much fun watching it as I did filming it. I'm sending you guys all of my love and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!